right, I want to introduce you to the next woman speaker, Holly Mara. She's a graduate from Binghamton University. She's received a Creative Arts Award for Poetry Project after a theater trip to China. As her conversion as a white female, she writes a lot about her experience, her self-discovery, and her soul-searching through this lens. She's performed at many open mics in the DC area, including Art Between Us, Crescent Moon Nights, and here again she is as one of our favorites at Al-Hijrah's Mic Night. In addition to, she's been on like WPFW, Hip Hop Wednesdays, right? Dean TV, VOA Indonesia, right? From Indonesia to right here. Holly Mara, get on up here.
I have just a couple of short poems to share with you guys. My first poem is about making changes. Sometimes we have issues going on in our lives and we are stubborn to change. So this poem is called 180. Time to pull a 180. Got my gear ready. Dark side of the moon, it only graced me with gloom. Others would say there's room to shoot past it and sweep the paint up with a broom, but I don't believe it anymore. Don't have the energy to floor it. I'd rather store up my patience and use it back at the main station. Time to pull a 180, flip the switch indefinitely. Turn these nights to days where I can bathe in the barakah of the blessed sun's rays and not lapped up in the flames of my foolish vain games. Reroute prayers to pulse it out. I've got the intention, Nia Sakin. If you see me retreating, don't say goodbye or ask me why. No, I left just in time to save my barely beating heart from freezing up ice on the slopes of the horizon. That's the first one. So my next poem is about grief. If anybody's lost a friend or family member, or just you kind of fell out in a friendship with somebody in your life and you want to move past it, this poem is for you. I should probably go. It was nice to know you, though. But you see, I've got this big box to fill of snapshot frames and cuts of foggy film. As I sift through them one last time, I rewind, backtrack through the heat of the summer, the warmth of the spring, and that night in the snow. I've got this big box to fill, and after that I promise to go. So I pack it to the brim, and I bury it deep, layer it over with deen and duas of the unseen in this heart that still beats, and promise not one memory within it shall I keep. Not one feeling should flee free from the dirt I've spilled to defeat the spirits each one of them killed. The mound I build will magnify over time as I turn my back to forget its existence. And through my persistence, the box will rot below and resplendent flowers will cover new ground I have sown. A cube of emptiness, a chisel in my soul where the box once cluttered my shelves and toppled out of control. Now silence underfoot, and shh, there's the lull, and no one but God will ever truly know. That was bothering me. Okay, that book. This next one is really raw. It's about forgiveness, and I'm just going to leave it at that. Let's just thank you, Hannah. Thank you so much. It's called Can You Come Home? Can you come home and take the kids to the park? I want to just wallow in the dark a bit more. Weeping willow, sallow yellow, my complexion speaks of nights I never slept in the bed we share. I know you care so much. And here I am, dragging around baggage and bad habits as my crutch. Deep dives to vibe with the lionfish, ruptured venom, I'm still breathing, but boy am I selfish. but you still love me. Drowning in caffeinated daydreams, but you still believe in me. Free as a bird on my wild flights alone, your open arms wide to collect all of my bones. I don't know how I'll be repaid in the other world beyond. I've got to start somewhere better instead of beta blocking the pain with sorrow and songs. I don't mean to drag you down into this phase, dazed and confused, feeling like I've lost me and you in the devil's pursuit. Can you forgive me? The answer written into every choral shelf. I know you have already, but I'm not sure if I'm ready to forgive myself. This last one is called Driftwood, and it's a lighter one, not so dark. And it's about just trusting Allah, trusting whatever is coming into your life, and just being like driftwood and trusting where Allah is taking you. I want to be driftwood. Obscurities dried up from sun, salt, and sand. I want to float on the mercy of God's waves, light on the surface flow by the decree of His hand. I don't understand everything now, but I know someday I will. Carve me into driftwood that I may be balanced and still, parched of emotion, yet your words are my fill, surpassing these oceans. Remove all stubborn sap, extract my wants, purify them into needs. Show me what's real, separate saline from the sweet, and the truth from the feels. I need to be near you, Ya Rab. Send me off with your breeze, drifting contently, ever evidently, on your bountiful seas. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. Bye.